Hey, what's up? This George Shamon. In this video, we're gonna talk about making a CV for a telecom engineer because I am one. So, is it a good idea to make your own CV or hire somebody else to make it for you? So it depends. Sometimes you can go either route, either make it yourself or have somebody write it for you. And there are a lot of services for making your CV or improving your CV. And myself, I tried both. I tried hiring a service to make my CV, and I felt that it wasn't that useful, even though it's a professional service. And then I tweaked it, and I found out people were contacting me and to find out about my career and my skills and discuss jobs, even though I'm not looking for a job. So, if you have any idea about making a CV, and we're talking about the telecom CV, which is related to telecom engineering, uh, let me know if you're interested in learning about it, about making a CV, and what's my recommendation, whether you should do it yourself or hire somebody and another service. So let me know in a box, add a note or anything, and I will answer you on this live. So yeah, it's kind of tricky. Most people try to make their own CV and they find it difficult, and they end up, hiring somebody else, and each one has different experience, but I can discuss my own experience when it comes to my own CV. I am a service design engineer in the telecom industry, and I hired a CV writer or a service specific for making CVs, and it looked like well written, and when you read it, it's very intense and detailed, and but it sounds like they made the skills very high level, to the point it was way over the qualification somebody may have. And so then I found out you can write it yourself using the temp as a template. Use what they gave you, and then you can make it yourself by rephrasing what they told you and simplify it. You want to simplify, even though your CV might be technical and there are specific vocabularies you have to use. But what I found out, if you make it as simple as you can, it's much better initially, because whoever is reading your CV, they're not doing the job, so they may not understand it. And if they don't understand it, they kind throw it on a side and look for another one. So make sure you have your skills but simplified. Don't use a high level language or complicated terms. Just use the terms that you need to use in your own industry. Let's say we're talking now about the telecom industry. So you will use terms used in the telecom industry, but don't use any complicated sentences, the grammar and That's a problem because if you make it complicated, you'll think you're making it more desirable, but some people don't understand it. So make it the minimal level of difficulty, but include your skills and the terms that are required in your industry, whether the telecom or another one. So if you have any idea, let me know. If you have a CV and if you are in telecom industry and you're making your own CV or you hire somebody else for your own CV, let me know. I'm very interested to know, and we can chat about it. Again, this video is about making your own CV or hiring somebody to make it, and this CV will be about the telecom business. So if you're in the telecom industry, this will help you. Let's talk about it. So if you're on this live stream, I want to thank you so much for joining, and if you are on a future replay, I want to thank you. Make sure you submit a comment or a question, and I will help you right now, live, or in the future. I can answer. If you add a question, I will get a notification. So yeah, make sure. But now it's much faster. I can see the question right away. So enter a question and let me know what do you think. Nova Smith, hi, welcome to the live stream. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you're interested in learning about making a CV, or if you want to know whether you make your own or hire somebody, let me know what you think. And are you in a telecom industry? Let me know that too. So who else here? We have people coming in and out, but do you have any question, Nova Smith? Where are you tuning in from? Are you in the US or overseas? What state are you from if you are in the US? Yeah, so USA, welcome. Okay, what state? I am coming to you live from the US state of South Dakota in the Midwest. Are you on the East Coast or the West, South, North? I mean, I am northern here in the Midwest, but the northern part. So, yeah. So, let me know what do you think about. Are you in a telecom industry or not? IDK. I'm not sure what you mean by IDK. IDK. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Livy Yates, hi, welcome to the live stream. Let us know if you have any questions. We're talking about whether you should make your own CV or hire somebody to make it. We're talking about the telecom industry. Oh, it means I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Okay, you don't know what state you're coming from. You're in the U.S. That's fine. Some people don't like to say where they are. Okay, Oklahoma, maybe Oklahoma. Yeah, so this guy, let me know if you're interested in talking about making a CV for the telecom industry. Are you in a telecom or another field? And we're talking about making. This will apply for other fields too, but because I am in a telecom, I'm talking about the telecom industry. Are you interested in making your own CV or hiring somebody? Which one you think? Uh, which YAAYWYD. The problem is I'm not good when it comes to abbreviation. That's the thing. I mean, I know TY is thank you. I know okay. Everybody knows okay. YAA. What are you doing? Oh, WYD. What are you doing? Okay. So I'm talking about whether to make your own CV or hire somebody to make it. And I am talking about a telecom CV, but This will apply to other industries. If you are in a different industry, let's say in manufacturing, you are a supervisor or a quality control worker, and you have a CV or you're about to make a CV. The question is it is it okay to hire somebody or making your own CV? Which one is better, because I had experience with making my own CV, then I didn't like it. I hired somebody, they made it. Again, it didn't yield good result. I didn't like it. Then I had to make my own. And I gained some experience about CVs and how to make it and whether you should make it or hire somebody. So, again, if you have any questions, do you have a CV? Did you ever make a CV? Somebody made it for you or not? I mean, most of us, if you have a job, you're working, you might be a student, you may not have a job, which I understand, but in case you have a job and you have a CV, let me know so we can talk about it because I want to know if I can share my experience, and at the same time, I want to know your experience. Did you make your own CV? Are you happy with it, or you hired somebody who made it for you? This is the question. And what's your experience? My experience is the best idea is to make your own CV because you're the only person who knows well your experience and what do you know. I have to go. Okay, come back. Make sure you come back whenever you can, Livy Yates. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. So, yeah, that's my experience because I hired a professional service for to make my CV, and they made it good. It looked good, excellent, but they used this high level language about complicated. He makes complex design miss, and the people were looking at it and they were asking, "What do you mean by complicated and complex?" And I didn't have answers for that. So then I figured I have to make my own CV, so I know what I wrote in it and what's my intention and what do I mean. And then if somebody asks me, I know how to answer. So. But if you hire somebody who's gonna write it for you, you're not gonna understand it well. You're not gonna be able to explain or answer some questions about it if somebody is looking at it. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you're do you have a CV? Are you trying to make one? You wanna improve it? Let me know what you think. If you're on this live stream, I wanna thank you so much. Trending Curve, hello, welcome to the live stream. Do you have any idea about making whether you're making your own CV or hiring somebody? Let us know what you think. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, my name is George Shamon, and I make video tutorials on this channel about software and software as a service. I use myself. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. So I have a mixed topics on this channel, and I am a telecom design engineer. And we can talk about the telecom if you want, but we cannot go in details about the jobs that we do because these are classified and proprietary information. But we can cover the basics because there are a lot of information even on YouTube. Nova Smith. Oh, wait 1 second. Yeah, you have a question? Let me know. I mean, you might be a student, and but at one point you can have to have a CV. and any kind of job you have, it's good to have a CV. It doesn't matter what kind of job you are, because it's gonna list professionally your skills and your background and information about you, versus filling out an application and that's it. So yeah, a CV can be applied to any industry and for all levels of employment, all level of worker or office worker. Ooh, excuse me. Who else? Questions? Anybody have any questions about making a CV? And are you in the telecom industry or another industry? Let me know. Questions, comments. Let me know what you think. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. If it's your first time here and you never subscribe, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos like these, because I'm making those often. I stopped for a couple weeks. I was busy for a few weeks. Then I'm gonna start again now, making those live videos talking about different type of softwares. And sometimes I make them while I am home. Sometimes I make them from my car. I'll be outside. On the weekdays, I'll be sitting in my car and I'll make them. So okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Nova Smith. Yeah. Anybody have any question? Let me know. So. Guys, if you're on this live stream, I want to thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I need your help in growing my channel, and at the same time, I will help you and make more videos about software and software as a service I use myself, and I can help you, answer your questions. And I make lot of YouTube videos that will help you in different kind of topics, and I make online courses too. I have a course on Linux, how to use Linux command. I always talk about it because I like Linux, and I'm familiar with how to use its command line interface. And I made a course. If somebody is interested, it should be on my channel. There's a link. You follow the link to my educational platform, and there's Linux there. You see a course there, and so yeah, it's good to learn technical skills, even if you're not a technical in a technical field. It's very important to learn about software as a service. It all helps. It helps you on a job. It helps you at home. It's a good idea to keep your skills up, your skills, up your skills level. So and the more you learn, the more experience you have. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more powerful you are. Nowadays. So any one of you have any CV you want to talk about it? Like, did you ever write a CV, or did you ever hire someone to make a CV for you? Let me know in a comment box there what you think. So, and if you have any questions, or maybe you want to give us an idea, share your ideas. It's very, and this is a two-way conversation. I'm not, I don't have to be the only one who's talking. This is a two-way conversation. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me add my the link about the educational platform here. Pay up your skills. Visit visit my educational visit my educational platform here for online courses. Courses. So this is the link. Okay, I added a link in the box. So if you click on this link and open in a new window, so that will take you to payhip.com. Up your skills. So this is the first course I have here, and I'll be making more. So yeah, let me add it here. Let's see, edit, visit, visit my educational educational platform here to learn Linux commands. Visit, check out, check out, check out my Linux commands online course here. Here. All right. So this is here. All right. See live. Okay. So I added the. Oh, I have to go. Bye. Okay. Bye. See you. See you, Nova Smith. All right. Let's see. You're live. Control. Okay. Connected. So chat. Okay. I added another link to learn Linux commands. Check out my Linux commands online course here. Okay. So questions. questions, comments. Anyone else have any questions? Hmm. Anyone have any questions about making a CV, whether you should make it or hire someone to make it? Let me know. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. We're talking about making a CV or hiring somebody to make it for you. What's the difference and what's my experience? And you can share yours. Yeah, I don't see any questions coming in. All right, so I got to go soon, but is making a CD hard. CD hard. What do you mean by CD hard? Oh, CD hard disk or something. Yeah. So who else? Questions, comments, guys. Let me know if you're interested in any other topics beside what we're talking about. On right now, we're talking about making a telecom CV, whether you should make it yourself or hire somebody. And even uh, this question can apply on other industries, on different kind of industry. So let me know if you have any questions. No questions coming in. If you're interested in different topics, let me know what kind of topics are you interested in. If you look at my channel, you can tell what I cover. All right, so it looks like no more questions, and Anyone else have any questions? Submit it in a comment. We're talking about making a CV in for the telecom industry, or hiring a service to make it for you. And even though we're talking about the telecom industry, many aspects can apply to other industry. You don't have to be in a telecom, but it happened that I am in the telecom industry. That's why I'm talking about it. But you can use the same tactic that I mentioned before with your own phone. Anyone else have any questions? See if there's any question. No, no questions. Any of you have any CV you want to talk about? Are you in a telecom industry, or even if you're in other industries, we can talk about it, because what applies, the format of a CV will apply to most, I think, you know, to many other type of industry. It doesn't have to be the telecom industry, it can be something else. So let me know. All right, questions? No one have any questions? Linux Cat, hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream, Linux Dash Cat. Yeah, so do you have a CV you want to talk about? Are you in a telecom industry, or you're a Linux admin? Are you in the IT field? Let me know what you think about making your own CV, or hiring somebody for to make it for you. Which one is better? I tried both. I tried making my own in the beginning, then it didn't work out for me. That's what I thought. So I hired a service for making it, and I didn't like it at one point, even though I had it for years. But it wasn't doing a good job. When people called me, they didn't know what to ask, and so I had to do a mix of reusing some of the terms and some of the sentences, and use my own way to rewrite the CV. So this is what I'm trying to share, and I want to see what others think too. Well, I am Tech from Comcast here in the USA. I also do government work as a sysadmin. Okay, welcome. That's very interesting. You have very interesting profile skills, and yeah, so as a sysadmin, yeah, Comcast. Yeah, that's a great company too, Comcast. Yeah. So yeah, have you been here before? I never seen you here before, Linux Cat. I think if you're interested in this kind of topics, make sure you subscribe. I need your help to grow my channel because I'll be making more videos too like these. So yeah, I am in the telecom industry too, you know. So yes, I was here on my other ACC Dark Blues. Oh, okay, you have a different username, user ID. Okay, sure, yeah, yeah. So do you have your own CV, Linux Cat? Do you have your own CV, or you hire somebody to make you one? You know, so this is what we're talking about now. And I had my own CV initially, and I didn't think it was professionally written because it's not my job to write a CV. But I was not happy with it, so I hired an agency, and they wrote me one. Then uh, people were calling me, ask me questions that they didn't know what to ask, and I didn't know what to answer because some of the topics or vocabularies in it were difficult, were very advanced and not very clear because, those CV agencies or services, them not a lot of them are specialized in every industry. So what I did, I reused the templates they gave me, or the version, and rewrote it myself, and I think it's better. I made it simpler. I made it simple because sometimes you think you should make it complicated, and you add those complicated terms, and then it turn out sometimes it can work against you. So yeah, so you can totally go either way. It's all about what works best for. Yes, yes. Writing your own CV is a good idea if you want to make it personal. Yes, yeah, exactly. I tried both. I mean, it's good to try both and see how they work. And if somebody is talking about it, then you'll know if you've done a good job. Because if people were asking you questions that are difficult, or you're not able to answer them, and there's some complicated terms in it, you'll know it should be simpler, because not always complicated language is helpful, because whoever is looking at a CV is not very technical usually. It's human resources, and that's the initial steps, when they look at it. So, but yeah, I like the idea to try both, and then you'll decide what works for you. Yes, that's true, 100%. Yeah, because if you wrote your own, then you gotta be thinking all the time, is it working? Because I didn't use any professional service, and then you go to use professional service, and you'll find out it may not work either. So you try both, then you decide what you want to do. So that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. It depends what works for you. Yeah. So. Yeah, people are coming in and out. I mean, it's a small channel. You only see like two or three people, but people are coming in and out because looking at my analytics, I got about 100 views or more. Let me see, 81 views. I'm looking at my YouTube analytics now, and 81 views. And then you just see like three or four people. The people coming in and out. Yeah, anyone else have any question or comments, or you have any opinion that you like to share? This is a two-way conversation. It doesn't have to be myself talking only, We can, everybody can share their opinion as long as it's related to the video, or, you know, talking about the technology like software and software as a service. So, Yeah, anybody else have any questions? Yeah, make sure you drop them in a comment box, and I will do my best to help you if I have the answer. If not, then I'm gonna try to refer you to other resources. If you want more reviews, you could try doing Linux streams. The community is pretty tight, and they will watch you, no doubt. Yeah, sometimes I do that. Yeah, yeah. Linux. Whenever I make Linux live streams, people, yeah, they'll be jumping on a live stream and asking questions. And sometimes they ask me to run certain commands. I run certain commands on the terminal, and we can talk about them. Yes, yep, yep, that's true. Yeah, but I'm just trying different videos because sometimes you get sick and tired talking about the same topics. So I figured I'll mix it up a little bit, because talking about CVs and resumes can be helpful too because it's all related to jobs and what we talk about, the software that we use in our jobs, or so that helps too. Yeah, I can do that. Sometimes I make live stream about software like HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, PHP. I mean, not that I know those, but I know they're for web development. And because I'm learning the basics, people were jumping in and talking about other programming language, what's the difference, and people were programmers, and you know they're experts. So yeah, this is why I like to make those and share topics and ideas, because you get expert who can give you, who we can learn from. It's not always I have to teach, or you know. So yeah, I mentioned one time that JavaScript is difficult. I'm learning it. I'm not getting anywhere. And the Python was difficult too, even though they say Python is the easiest language. I don't find them easy because I'm not into programming languages. And then somebody told me learn C, and I know C because he was here on a Linux live stream, and then we were talking, and then he said learn C and you'll be familiar because it's on Linux. Linux is written in C and some other languages, and then yes, I remember a lot of people moving from C to Rust now. They are not good programmers. They need an easy memory safe language. Yeah. Yeah, so somebody said learn C, because C, like a lot of languages are based on C. That's what I think he said. And since I'm running Linux, the C compiler, everything in it. So I figured maybe I should learn the basics of C. I'll try, even though it's difficult, but they're saying, it's much better than. I mean, I don't think any coding or any programming language is easy. For me, I tried to learn different ones, and the way I'm looking at the syntax, there is no easy coding or programming language. I think this is what I think. Even though people will tell you, oh, Python is the easiest programming language, it's not for, it's for anybody. Python is not easy. It looks like JavaScript. There's a lot of similar syntax when I compare them. Because I tried to learn it after I tried to learn JavaScript, and I found it difficult. Then I found that Python is not easy too. You have to put a lot of effort. So Python is easier to understand but not use. Okay, that's That's a very good point. Yes, you can understand it because it's English, like you can read it easily, but to use it, yes, that's what I thought. Yeah, yeah, it's not easier than JavaScript. Both are even. I mean, I think JavaScript I can do some basic stuff. I can do like uh, projects, but I can do the basic stuff, variables, loops, assignments. Very basic stuff. But once it gets to projects, like let's say they tell you you have to click on different icons and you get a notification how many icons you clicked on a page. These I cannot do because I tried to learn them, and the teacher was not the best, maybe. And then what I found out that when it comes to JavaScript, you write a lot of codes to do something simple. I didn't like that. So even though it's essential for web development, and I'm learning web development, but I said let me just stick to HTML5, CSS3 now until I figure what I want to do. Because if I want to learn something, I want to enjoy learning it. If it's difficult and I'm not able to navigate the syntax and understand it, it doesn't make sense to me. I know you put effort, and I am putting off effort to understand it. But sometimes the teacher, you're taking a course and the teacher doesn't know much. I mean, even though they're smart and they know the material, but it doesn't mean they can teach it, because knowing the stuff is one thing and teaching it is another. So Rust might as well be an alien language for me, huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I know I heard of it, but I don't know what it is. I think it's. I think Linux is written in C and Rust. I think, if I remember correctly, one time I read that. So yeah, if I want to learn a programming language, I might get try to learn C, because I think it can do a lot for small programs. You can write small codes, not big programs, and you can do something, because C is very is closer to the hardware, than JavaScript and other. Because the other language like Python and JavaScript, they're high level languages, but C is a low level language. This is what I like about it. You can have access to the hardware. You know, C is very good. The only problem is memory leaks. Yeah, I'm not sure about memory leaks. I've heard this term, but I don't know exactly what it means. I mean, I don't think I should worry about it at home when I'm not running big programs, and, I don't have any mission critical programs running. So, yeah, I want to get a book about C and start learning, but now it's been busy for me. So, but I need to find the time to learn it. So, but it doesn't help me in my job. That's the problem. If I spend time on it, I need something I want to improve my own skills, my job. So, and I have a lot to learn with what I do. Yeah, I mean, I have to have a good reason to learn a skill. Am I can use it in my job in the future on a side? So that's because I want to make sure it's worth putting the effort. Because I learned how to make simple websites, and they tell you there's a lot of money in web development and you can do this, and you find out there's a lot of competition in web development, and they have those easy to make website tools that anybody can make them, even though they're not programmers. So I think it's not important unless you're doing top secret. Okay. But basically, when C crashes, it can cause memory leaks, causing sensitive info to be shown. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. I mean, if I want to learn it, I will use it at home just to test it. how if I can understand the code, and what it does. But right now I am interested in using Linux commands and how to apply them for the. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So I'm focusing on learning some of the Linux commands that you can use in the industry, in the telecom industry. I mean, I'm familiar with them, but I'm focusing on more now uh, the ones related to the IP address because I deal a lot with IP addresses, public addresses like the internet addresses, whether IPv4 or IPv6. I deal a lot with those, and I found out Linux have some very useful commands. Once you enter the IP address with the CIDR information like dash 24 dash 18 and certain commands, it will give you the how many hosts you have, what's the network host, what's the broadcast, what's the net mask, how many hosts you have, what are the usable IP addresses for the host. It's a great. It's got a lot of tools. That's why I like Linux because the commands in it are so intense and abundant, and a lot of them do specific tasks for different industries. So. I have some good Linux tools for you. Try Ranger and Nala. Both are good tools in a APT repository. What do they do? That's very interesting. Nala, Nala, and try Ranger. Let's see. Let me do man Ranger. Is it in a? Let's do a man, man, rain. It's amazing how much commands there are in Linux. Okay, there's no manual pages for Ranger. Let me see Nala. I guess they're not command. Are those commands or did you say Nala? Uh, Nala. Yeah, there is no manual commands are good tools in APT. Oh, okay. I guess they are programs. Nala is a upgraded version of APT Ranger. Is a file manager in the command line. Thunder almost. Okay. You need to install them. Okay, I see. Sudo apt. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So sudo apt nada, sudo apt ranger is a file manager. Okay, I see in a command line like Thunar almost. Okay, sure, yeah. I am here now. I am back. Yeah, welcome back, Nova Smith. Yeah. So yeah, right now. Yeah, that's, I'm not, I'm focusing on the IP address commands and the like the ping and the trace route and lookup those because they're related to the telecom field and networking, and this is what I do. So I like those. But yeah, it's good to know those tools too, the file manager tools. Yeah, but recently I'm looking at a lot about the IP address commands. I didn't know Linux have those. You can even they have like subnet commands. To if you wanna work with subnets too, it has that. It does some calculation, which is great. So yeah, anyone else have any questions about the topics we're discussing? First, we started with making your own CV or having and a professional service make it for you. And then we added some topics about software, as you see in a comment box. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I do appreciate you showing on this live stream, and I do appreciate your questions and the comments, and they're very helpful. Yeah, what I found out, if you want to learn a skill, if you're not gonna use it and you're not gonna make, it's not, you have to have a good reason to learn it. Either you have to make money out of it on the side, or it has to be in your job, and you're upgrading or improving your skills. It has to have a reason. Because I found out, if I want to learn skills on the side and there's no potential in it, I'm not gonna be motivated. That's the problem. So, yeah. Anyone else have any questions or ideas about future videos so I can prepare for them? Because now I'm not well prepared. I just come up with a topic from the top of my head. Sometimes it's related exactly to my channel, sometimes it's not, and then I start talking about it. But if you want me to make specific videos about topics you're interested in, please let me know. Don't hesitate. So, I mean, as long as I'm familiar with the topics and I know the subject. If not, I look into it, and then I can transfer you to other resources if I'm not able to help. So, yeah. So, yeah. So let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, this is for everybody, as long as it's related to the topics we're discussing. You're welcome to add a comment, because, we share knowledge here, and I don't have to be the only one who's sharing knowledge. I'm sure some of you have more skills than myself, whether programmers or other topics. So, anyone else have any questions or any comments or any ideas about future videos so we can talk about them? So, I am, I start to think maybe I should be hosting interviews, interviewing some experts about certain topics, and then people can show up and ask questions. So, guys, let me know if you're interested in any topic so I can make more videos about it. So, right. So, anyone else have any questions or topics you want to talk about, or you want to share your skills about specific topics? Let me know. So, all right, there's no more questions. All right, I've been going for 1 hour now, and I start to get tired. Unless you have any questions, I may have to wrap up the session. Unless the questions keeps coming, then I'm gonna stay, on a live so I can try to answer you. But if there's no more questions, I may have to wrap up the video. I've been going for an hour. So, yeah, no more questions. So, yeah, anyway, even whether you're on this live stream or on a future replay, you can still submit questions. I can get a notification later on. I can look at them. With that said, thank you so much for your time and for your help, comments, and for being a subscriber. And if you just subscribe, thank you too, because I see the count is going up. So make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in a future videos. Hopefully soon, maybe tomorrow I'll have one like this one alive. So you can submit in a comment any topics you want to discuss, as long as it's related to my channel topics. With that said, thank you so much. Have a great day or a great evening. Thank you.